Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So today you're going to have a look at this Baby's Own colour annual from 1975. I got this recently from a car boot sale. I didn't pay anything for it. It was in with some other stuff that was just there for people to take, and I thought it'd be interesting to have a little look at. Now it's got a nice little scene on the front with various animals. And obviously this would have been something that parents would have been reading to their babies and little children, probably to try and get them to sleep. I've not had a look at it, so it's going to be a nice surprise. So let's have a little look inside, and if you've got memories of this or other babies or children's annuals you grew up with or you read to your kids, let me know in the comments. Now, let's have a look. Our first page is ripped, so I don't know what was on that page. I'm guessing the rest of that scene, like an idyllic village scene. But what's interesting, if you can see, all the people are like on, like their little Playmobil people or something, which is interesting. And a bit maybe surreal as well, because there's two in a car there. So how do they drive a car if they've got these weird things on their feet? The trees seem to have it as well. Interesting. Okay, so on the next page, oh, by the way, it was, I can see that in the corner there, 80 pence when it came out in 1975. This first page we've got Gay gives such a funny hop. Of course, now that has sort of a different meaning, but obviously more in the 70s, and that represented being happy. And it says Helen has a humming top. Bit of a freaky humming top, if you ask me. I don't know what that sort of face on the top, a bit freaky there. I don't think the child liked it either because it's been scribbled out. So is that Helen with her skipping rope, and that's her spinning top, a humming top? I had a spinning top I used to love when I was a child. I used to keep wanting to spin it. It did make a really nice hum when you spun it. I do have fond memories of that. So what have we got on the next page? Oh, so it's going through all the letters here. So I'm guessing that I'll see that's what there's quite a few pages missing there, because we've got A, B, C, D, E and F missing. So what have we got now? So we've got Ian's kite has blown away. Jane's tea set is on this tray. Nice bit of rhyme in there. We don't find out what happens to Ian's kite. But what have we got next? Kate has painted us this fish. Lola's cakes are on this dish. Very nice cakes. Interesting choice of names. I understand Ian, Kate and Jane, but Lola, I thought that would have been a well known of a name in the 70s. Melanie has drawn this frog. Norman sat down on this log. Oh yeah, I thought that was saying 30 for a minute, because that's O. Olive has a birthday card. Peter is a railway guard. Birthday should be spelt with a capital B really, although the annual babies is spelt with a lowercase b as well. Quentin was a very posh name. Quentin's drum is here on view. Robin's trumpet joins it too. Stuart's puppet on a string. Tessa likes to have a swing. You see where we're going with this here. And then we've got Una has her doll's house here, and Vera's seen this baby deer. And there's no, unless it's on, no, there's no W, X, Y or Z. Either they couldn't be bothered with those letters, or it has indeed lost that page. So what we've got here, we've got the fairy flowers. So they're fairies that look after the flowers. So it's a little poem by the looks of it. Young fairy Moonbeam said one day, "Our flowers are always white. I think they'd look much prettier in colours that are bright." The clever fairy called her friends and brought along some brushes and also magic fairy paint to steer between the rushes. The Moonbeam painted her flowers red, Pearl painted her flowers blue, while Pansy painted hers in lime, so all the flowers changed hue. Today in Fairyland they play, where flowers are never white, for they look so much prettier in colours that are bright. Very nice little ditty there. So then we've got Billy Bears. Billy, I should have read the other page. Billy Bear's Monster Fish. It's in a different colour. I thought it was a different cartoon. Billy Bear's Monster Fish. So he's catching aiming to catch big fish. He's going to need a bigger net for that. And now I've got a net on the next page. Cock-a-doodle-doo, my dame has lost her shoe, my master's lost his fiddlestick, and knows not what to do. Hot cross buns, 1 penny, 2 penny, hot cross buns. If your daughters do not like them, give them to your sons. But if you haven't any of these pretty little elves, you can't do better than eat them yourselves. Now the day is done. That's very nice. Drawn scene there with all the animals. I feel like I'm reading bedtime stories here, but it's very interesting to see how things have, not just the language, but how things have changed over time. Now the day is over and the farm is still. Animals can chatter, wander at their will. Now the chicks can settle, do not say a word. Do not heed the night owl and the mocking bird. Now the lambs so sleepy and the billy goats yawn at one another in their woolly coats. Now the rabbits snuggle, nibbling not so much as they did at tea time in their rabbit hutch. Now the ducks and piglets have their little fun, and the farm lies dreaming. Now the day is done. And we've got things for the months here. So January brings the snow, makes our feet and fingers grow. February brings the rain, thaws the frozen lake again. And March brings breezes loud and shrill, stirs the dancing daffodil. April brings the primrose sweet, scatters daisies at our feet. May brings flocks of pretty lambs skipping by their fleecy dam. There's some clever rhyming that whoever wrote this. June brings tulips, lilies, roses, fills the children's hands with posies. And then we've got hot July. Yeah, although I don't feel that we're in July at the moment. And in the UK, it's the odd. Yeah, it looks a bit sunnier today, but it's been very, very wet and random appearances of sunshine in July at the moment. Hopefully August will be a bit better. Hot July brings summer, showers, sun and sea and happy hours. August brings the sheaves of corn, then harvest, home is born. In September, autumn starts picking fruit and baking tarts. Fresh October brings the pheasant, then to gather nuts is pleasant. Dull November brings the blast, then the leaves are whirling fast. Chill December brings the sleet, blazing fire and Christmas street. And then we've got some other little poems or this was there was a little guinea pig who, being a little, was not big. He always walked upon his feet and never fasted when he ate. When from a place he ran away, he never at that place did stray or stay, sorry. And while he ran, as I am told, he never stood still for young or old. But there's nothing interesting there in the never. We've just got an apostrophe rather in the place of where the V would be. Interesting. Obviously, words have changed over time. Like Today used to have a hyphen in it and be 2 words, but obviously it's just 1 word now. Cock Robin got up early at the break of day and went to Jenny's window to sing a roundelay. I've never heard that word, roundelay. Maybe a word we don't use so much anymore. He sang Cock Robin's love to little Jenny Wren, and when he got unto the end, then he began again. Oh, now I've heard this before, Monday's Child, so you may have heard of this as well. Monday's Child is fair of face, Tuesday's Child is full of grace, Wednesday's Child is full of woe, Thursday's Child has far to go. Friday's Child is loving and giving, Saturday's Child works hard for a living, and a child that is born on the Sabbath day is bonny and blithe and good and gay. The Land of Bubbles. So this is probably like those animals on the front that scene is taken from. Little story about a baby deer called Tammy. Quite a long story, that one. And then we got Rob Rabbit and Miss Mouse go to the seaside. Interesting companions. A rabbit and a mouse going to the seaside. Rob Rabbit took his friend Miss Mouse to the seaside. You will like it here, he said. We can get warm sitting in the sun, said Rob. But when they arrived, it was raining hard. It's kind of typical in the UK, to be honest. Maybe that's where they were. An ice cream will cheer us up, went on Rob, but a big gust of wind blew their way. At least we can take shelter on the pier, said poor Rob, as Miss Mouse started crying. Let's go for a swim, said Rob. We can't get any wetter, but Miss Mouse couldn't swim. Even Rob had to give up. Oh, let's go home, he said. So they did, fighting wind and rain. I'll put the kettle on and make a nice cup of tea, said Miss Mouse as Rob turned on the television. His tears vanished because there was the seaside bathed in sun. They needn't have left their home. Not quite the same watching on telly as being there. So we've got a little thing here. The stars light up the sky. I wonder why our candles shine at night. A lovely sight. My nightlight helps me read just what I need. My torch brings back the day when night is on its way. The firelight flickers so a lovely glow. The lantern that you see lights up for tea. A bonfire burns old wood and looks so good. But best of all, you know, a firework show. I've got another story here, Popcorn and Percy. An interesting story. And then we've got on here, Baby's Own Painting Book. It's a little picture to colour in. Oh, so we've got quite a few. Right, so it's a little book within a book. And that's been nicely coloured in with some orange ducks and some green chickens. And then we've got another page there. Oh, and that's it. So that's that scene again with the weird people on the look like they're playing with Bill men. Why aren't the sheep like that then? Very interesting indeed. Yeah, she's got nice coloured lambs there. Nice colour, greeny colour. So yeah, so there's some pages missing, but it's interesting to look at, not just the language and the stories. You know, they would have been read to many children at the time. So like I said, let me know in the comments if you have memories of this book or one similar, whether you read them to your children or whether you had one read to you as a child and you coloured the pictures in. And if you liked the video, do please give it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, and ring that bell for notification of other retro stuff and other videos as well. And I'll look out for other books like this because I do find it interesting myself, like I say, not just on the language but on all, that was used, and the pictures and the stories. They're very interesting and very creative with all the rhyming and that in there. It doesn't actually say in it. I mean, the page may be missing who actually wrote it. Oh, there was a name in the corner there. Joy Anderson. I don't know if that's just for the picture or who actually wrote it. It says the Fleetway Annual. Oh, it's interesting on the side they spelled babies with a capital B. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.